Okay, so it's about new scheme of education. Okay, of what? Of CA. Okay, so what is relevant for you guys right now is what's gonna happen with respect to what, Nana? CA final. Okay, right. It's a kind of mixed, in the sense you have good news and bad news. Both of it are available, right? Anyways, so I think some of you are already aware of it. I don't know. So right now we have how many papers in our CA final? 8 papers. It's gonna become how many papers? 6 papers, right? Don't get too excited. This is what happens when you start, judge something at the beginning itself. Okay. Anyways, right. So each group, earlier it used to have 4 papers, right? So what are the papers that you have got in group 1? You have FR, you have SFM, you have law, and you have audit, right? And coming on to group 2, what are the papers that we have got right now? So we have SCMPE, we have optional paper, right? And we have DT, we have IDT, right? Coming on to new syllabus, what's going to happen is that this particular paper law has been removed. Removed means not technically removed completely, but it has been shifted to something called self-paced e-learning program. So what is the self-paced e-learning? You can call it as mandatory module. Sir, what do you mean by this, sir? It means that we are not aware of it 100% as of now because we didn't get any official confirmation from Icai. All these are speculations right now. Okay, it's like they'll have some video sessions for you planned, just like your ITT and stuff like that. You need to watch it mandatorily, and you have to take exam at your home itself. You have to eventually pass. No? So it's something like that, not like a regular exam where you go to what? Examination hall and then write something. So that we call it as what? Self-paced e-learning module. In one way or other, we can say that it's gonna be easy when compared to your regular examinations. That's the basic, thought process. Guys, I'm talking to you. Hi, everybody. Mokku fellows. Then respond. Chala. Did you understand this? All of you? Balcony. Yes. Balcony means people at the back. Okay. Yeah. Can you see me? Good boy. Right. So that's the thing. So rest of the things will continue in the same way. FR, this will be called as advanced financial management, and then your audit, which means hereafter your group 1 is gonna have how many papers? 3 papers. Okay. Coming on to group 2, this SCMP paper is again has been converted into what? Self-paced e-learning module, and that and that leaves you with what? DT, IDT, and in the place of optional paper, you have, see here, multidisciplinary case study. This paper will be BAP of SCMP for you. Don't worry. BAP means father, mother, grandmother, grandfather, everything you can put. Okay. So this is gonna be the paper that will be a nightmare for you. Okay. That's for sure. Multidisciplinary case study in the sense you will have a case study based upon all the subjects. So you should know FR, you should know SFM, you should know what? Audit, you should know DT, you should know IDT, everything put together, you'll have what? Case study. Are you able to understand? Yeah. All the subject knowledge into one single paper. Anyways, hello. Right. Some of the speculations are that the new papers that we have got here will become, what do you say, open book system. But based on whatever the information that I have received, it's not going to become open book system. Rather, it's going to be closed book only. Okay, the examination is going to be what, Nana? Closed book. Again, I'm telling you, again, let me give you a disclaimer. Tomorrow, if something otherwise happens, don't ask me. Okay, this is based on speculations, right? But the probability is pretty high that it's going to happen. It's going to be based on closed book, but you will have MCQ questions based on case scenarios and case studies in every paper. Okay, and the paper will be more towards case study kind of thing, all the papers. Earlier it used to be only SCMP, right, where you had case study kind of stuff, but it's gonna be in all the papers right now. Got it? Yeah. Okay. Now, this is what is relevant for you as of now with respect to what? Final students. Now, coming on to when this is going to get implemented. Well, according to my estimation, at the least, it should be November 2023. At the least. Or it can be May 2024. That's going to be your first attempt. Okay. That's at the least. Are you able to understand? Unless something, some sort of magic happens, and you know, yeah, something I cannot put it on mic, but some sort of magic happens, maybe it can come to May 2023. The probability is around, let's say, 1%. Otherwise, either it will be November 2023. Mostly in November, they'll not introduce something new. So going by that logic, it should be May 2024. You got it? And that's the way it's going to be. Secondly, lot of change in the content will happen. Lot of change in the content will happen with respect to all the papers. So if you ask me my opinion about what's happening over here, my opinion will be I am pretty much in favor with respect to the content changes that are happening. For example, the kind of updations that will happen in the existing papers of the new syllabus are good. It will be in line with the change scenario of the industry. So that's good. So there's no problem with respect to that. There is no argument as well. But considering removing these two papers, and that's not a good thing. That's an absolute bad thing, according to me. Reason I'll tell you. From the student perspective, student will always think in short term. Tomorrow, day after tomorrow. Two papers to gaya, let me pass quite a bit easily. Are you able to understand? So always this word easy comes with a lot of negative things. You understand that? Equivalent amount of job opportunities will be gone for you. You're missing that point. Hereafter, you'll not be eligible for any sort of manufacturing companies, which is actually the cream portion of your jobs. So consider whoever is going to write the examination before this attempt, before this change, consider yourself very lucky, according to me. You understand the point? Now, that's my opinion. Others' opinions may vary. That's a different thing, but that's my opinion because the kind of skill set that you will have will help you get through what? Interviews of all the top-notch manufacturing companies. For your kind information, the best way to start your career in a industry is only through manufacturing companies. There is no second thought in that. In terms of compensation, in terms of growth, in terms of capital appreciation. When I say capital appreciation, I'm talking about the jump in your salary. You understand that? So you are going to be the lucky ones if you are writing in the next two attempts. After you, for all any company in our country wants to hire somebody for cost related profiles, they have to go for what? CMS. They don't have a choice. And whoever are going to be the qualified CS at that particular point of time, whoever is going to get qualified, they'll not have this sort of opportunity. You understand that? So there is, according to me, and that's a bad thing. Absolute bad thing. There's no denying the fact over here. Now, why this has happened? There are certain reasons which I obviously can't share openly or able to understand, but there are certain reasons for that, which again, according to my particular perspective, I don't think they are fair reasons because, yeah, indirectly we are actually just trying to lessen our opportunities. That's the point. Yes. So as of now, whoever is planning in the next two attempts, to ensure that this is gonna be your I would rather advise you guys to take it very seriously and finish it off. Very seriously and finish it off. Do not try to postpone your attempt or do not try to take it forward to what? The upcoming attempts. My personal advice would be, it's not that it because it has got subject which I used to teach, you know? Are you able to understand? That's not the perspective over here. The perspective is your opportunities. I hope you can understand what I'm trying to make sense over here. Because you take ITC for example, most of the profiles, kind of profiles that you'll get will be related to what? Costing area. That's obvious. Or we can say strategic, management area, isn't it? And the pay package is very good. It starts from 18 at the beginning itself, and your growth is going to be fantastic. Whether it's ITC or Ashok Leyland, many of the manufacturing companies, isn't it? So going by that logic, these guys, the upcoming, the so-called new syllabus related, they'll not be having that sort of edge. You understand the point? And that's one thing. I always advise my students that any profile, mostly if you get it in manufacturing sector, you just blindly go because your challenges will be very high. And tomorrow, the kind of growth that you're going to expect considering your CA profession, you will be justified in that way. The same thing will not happen when it comes to IT companies. You know? In fact, many of my friends I've seen becoming very lazy, losing all the intellectual stuff they have got, losing all the skills that they have got, because they are into sort of profiles which is not at all challenging, and hardly they'll have work. They get used to that corporate culture, you know, the pubs, the weekends, the enjoyment and stuff like that. And after 1 year or 1.5 years, they lose themselves. When I say they lose themselves, intellectually they're gone. All the skill set that they have got after going through this rigorous course called CA, everything is gone. You understand the point? And they literally become useless for, you know, the other kind of profiles, job opportunities and stuff like that. You understand the point? That's the thing. So, and one more advice that I can give you guys is that your juniors, say for example, who's gonna be eligible for you know, May 2024 or stuff like that, I would rather obviously advise them to do CMA for sure. That would be my advice. There's no ifs or buts in that. Got it? Yes. Yeah. That's the thing. Of course, CA Inter also 8 papers have become 6 papers, and accounts you have 2 papers, right? In CA Inter, once upon a time that has become 1 paper now. Got it? So, and the rest of the papers, the financial management and strategic management has been combined into 1 paper, that is 6 paper. Anyways, so there also you have got 6 papers. And your articles have been reduced from 3 years to what? 2 years. But, if you want to get COP, you need 1 year work experience from an FCA. Otherwise, COP will not come. And in this 2 years of articles, now you are having somewhere around 154 days, holidays, right? And that has been reduced to 24. Only 24 days holidays are allowed. Yep. Okay, that's smart. So everything is not gonna be beds and roses over here. Okay. So that's the thing, guys. So this is going to be your new scheme of education with respect to CA. Okay. I hope this is clear. So consider yourselves really lucky. See, it's not like, my opinion is pretty simple. The greater the subject knowledge that you know, the better will be what? Opportunity. And that's the reason why we do multiple courses. Then, for example, I've done CA and CS. Why did I do that? To increase my opportunities. It's as simple as that, isn't it? So when something is going to get reduced, yes, on one side it's going to become easy, but there are 2 negative sides of it. One, it's going to be easy for all, isn't it? Not just you. So when I say it's going to be easy for all, what's going to happen? Exactly. Supply will increase eventually. Correct or wrong? Yes. Which means you know what will happen after that. Correct? That's the first thing. Unless they really increase the quality of testing with respect to these 6 papers. Got the point? If that happens, that's a different ball game. So we can't really judge what's going to happen. But if they continue with the same standards that they've got right now, definitely the supply is going to increase for sure. Unless equivalent job opportunities are going to get increased. Otherwise, it's going to become a really tough fight when it comes to interviews and all that. You understand that? So that's one negative side. And second negative side, as I told you, the job opportunities is going to be what? Exactly. But of course, however, if the board is really smart, what they can do is that they can offset this by inculcating a lot of the recent technologies, which they're actually planning. I don't know how they are going to inculcate in this, the way you can get the skill set, whether it is blockchain technology or digital marketing, whatever it is, okay? In such a way that your existing, whatever the kind of knowledge that you usually have, plus all the so-called things that are happening right now, that sort of technology, for example, as I told you, blockchain, if this knowledge is inculcated into yourself, maybe in that area your job opportunities will what? Increase, and that way we can at least compensate what's happening. So I think, if I'm not wrong, they are also thinking from that perspective as well, because obviously if we are feeling like this, they'll also feel the same. So I don't think they'll straight away get into something where it will be detrimental to us, you know. So that's the thing. But according to me, no matter all those good developments that might happen, but I personally have a lot of kind of biasedness towards manufacturing companies. I don't know why, because the kind of profiles and the job experience that I've got, and the kind of people that I've seen, where from 10 lakhs, they've taken a jump to 20, 30, 40, 50. This sort of jump you will never see when it comes to what? Non-manufacturing companies. there also it will happen. Rare profiles, for example, if you take KPMGs, these kind of big fours, you'll have something called transfer pricing profile. Okay, so that sort of profiles. There are some unique profiles where yes, you will have a jump, sort of jump that you actually need. You understand that? Yes, so that's the thing. So there is a good and bad. So it's a kind of mixed bag kind of thing, but this is what is going to happen. You got it? Yes. So there is nothing for you guys to feel bad. Oh my God, I need to write 8 papers instead of what? 6. Nothing like that. Don't think like that always. You got it? Consider yourself lucky is what I'll say, because you're going to have a little bit of edge. You got the point? And my personal advice would be always, unless you are planning to go for practice, that's a different thing. Okay, let's go for it. Otherwise, if you are planning to get into a company, always my advice will be to go for manufacturing companies only. There is no second thought. You ask anybody who has got good experience in the industry, that's gonna be their advice. You understand the point? Come on, guys. That's okay. New guy is coming. It's okay. Let's welcome him. Chalo. Anyways, right? Okay. Chalo. That's it. So